Bitcoin rebounded back towards the upside after yesterday Canada suspended the 25% tariffs on the United States of America, and only moments later Trump was also considering to reduce all Canada tariffs. And yes, whenever we got this news, the market rebounded ever so slightly, and on today's update video I will be talking about the most important charts and patterns right now on this current market environment. I'm gonna be talking about what I think the next major move is gonna be for Bitcoin. I'm gonna talk about the big consolidation phase, and of course all the other important stories that are contributing to this market volatility right now here. So without any further ado, guys, don't forget to once again watch this video till the end because it's packed with alpha. Slap off that like button back above 1000 likes, and let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So to kick off the video, I quickly want to be talking about the CME gap that is still sitting around 86.7k here. I mean, like we do know here is that most of all the weekends, guys, we eventually tend to be filling up these CME gaps, and of course it doesn't usually happen instantly. Sometimes it even takes 4 to 5 days here before we are going to be filling up this CME futures gap here. So right now it is Wednesday, so maybe it's going to be happening today or tomorrow or potentially latest on Friday. So that is the expectation, at least for this weekend. We created a CME gap, and most of the times we tend to be filling it up here. I mean, Bitcoin did broke the upward sloping support line, and ever since we did so, we actually did saw a breakdown here. Bitcoin right now is rebounding ever so slightly, but just like I said on the intro, the reasons why this happened is due to the fact that Canada and Trump basically came to somewhat of an agreement that they should stop the tariff war with each other. So after that happened, Bitcoin of course rebounded. It yesterday went up to 83,000 US dollars, but only moments later Bitcoin came down again here, which was quite unfortunate. Then yesterday as well, we got apparently a deal with Ukraine agreeing to a 30-day ceasefire, but only if Russia agrees first. So yeah, there are definitely some peace talks in play right now here, and honestly, if there's going to be no war anymore, it is going to be great for all markets. Then also we got some more news regarding to the strategic Bitcoin reserve. I mean, yesterday Michael Saylor stated big things are coming. Cynthia Loomis said the same here. Later we also got Trump announcing that he is considering more Bitcoin and crypto roundtables, including the topics for investment, mining, and energy. So honestly, they are still exploring ways on how to make, of course, the United States of America the crypto capital of the world here. And then also US strategic man Nick introducing a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the house to buy 1 million BTC. Not $1 million worth of BTC, but 1 million Bitcoins, which is about $1 trillion US dollars. Then even 7 more Senate representatives also are endorsing Loomis' plan to be buying 1 million Bitcoins. So honestly, if this really would be happening, it would be quite insane for what the market is going to be doing, of course. So we just have to wait and see how it's going to be playing out. But just imagine if the United States of America buys 1 million BTC, it is really going to be having a huge effect on the prices. And of course, it's going to be also give a huge power play towards the United States of America, because other countries has to be accumulating Bitcoin at a more expensive price ultimately. So that is a very great thing here. But just like I stated, Bitcoin broke down here, and yesterday I talked about that we were creating a bullish divergence on the lower time frames, but also on the 12-hour time frame, which is confirmed right now, and also on the daily time frame, which is right now only just got confirmed. So right now Bitcoin is creating a bullish divergence on the daily time frame, and I want everyone to understand that this is a very interesting signal which we're getting, and it's quite a rare one as well. And I would really want you to take this very seriously, because basically what a bullish divergence is telling us, the prices are going lower, but the sellers are exhausted. The seller momentum is exhausted. So that is clearly what we're seeing right now here. The sellers are exhausted while the price keeps going lower. So that is clearly showing you a sign of strength in the market. And honestly, this could very much well mean that this is the end of the correction, because usually how corrections end here is on such kind of a bullish divergence. And I want to tell you, this is on the daily time frame, so it is also showing us quite significance. So I am taking this very much serious, and this could very much well be the end of this major correction. And I mean, if right now all the news is going to finally go towards our way, it could finally be also something great for the entire market. So the DXY, the dollar index, still continuously to dump here, and honestly I have overlaid the Bitcoin chart on it. But usually whenever the dollar index dumps, it is Bitcoin that actually goes up here. Then looking at the liquidation heat map, we do still know that the majority of the liquidity is clearly laying above us here. So yeah, honestly, if Bitcoin is going to be moving towards one direction, it's most likely towards the opposite because the majority of the liquidity is laying there. The daily time frame exactly found support on the support box I drew like a couple weeks ago here. Then right now Bitcoin is 1 to 4 hourly time frame is trading in somewhat of in a falling wedge pattern. And really, whenever we do break the downward sloping trend line, whenever we do break outside of this pattern, we're just going to be in for a major breakout here in the market. So looking forward towards that here. Honestly, I do think this consolidation phase could still last for a little bit longer, but whenever we do break the downward sloping trend line is whenever we're going to be seeing that next big breakout on the market. We did once again saw some very interesting flows on the ETF. Once again, another day of capitulation on the spot Bitcoin ETF here. I mean, once again, BlackRock selling significant amounts of Bitcoin, and you can just see the spot Bitcoin ETF cumulative flows are massively dropping right now here. So where we first of all saw major inflows every single time, we're right now starting to see a very big outflow trend here. But I do believe these things come with trends here, and ultimately we're going to be seeing, of course, more inflows coming back on those spot Bitcoin ETFs here. And guys, if I'm going to be talking about my trade here, my grid trading bot here is doing absolutely amazing. The Bitcoin and Ethereum strategy are accumulating along the way down here. I mean, the Bitcoin strategy is right now still in profit. Well, Ethereum, of course, it has been suffering ever so slightly more here, but we're still accumulating in this range while Ethereum comes down here. So ultimately, on the longer run, I do believe it's going to be paying us off here. And in total, our strategy is about up 5% here. But of course, since the Ethereum one is down a little bit more here, we're taking a slight little hit here. But still, we are just in profit. So that is, of course, extremely nice. And if you want to be using grid trading bots yourself here, guys, don't forget to check out Pionex in the link description of today's video. Because if you run a sign-up account, use the highest link below and deposit $100, you'll get a free $100 getting rewarded towards your futures trading account. And if you sign up account, use the highest link below, and of course complete KYC level 2 here, you will already get a free $20 for doing basically nothing here. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, I want to be discussing the fact that currently we're starting to see a breakout on the global liquidity index, and this basically means is that there's going to be more money widely available across the world. And that usually corresponds with a major bull run for crypto, because in the last period where Bitcoin still managed to rise towards new all-time highs, we have seen the money supply not even rise so quickly. So that is ultimately a very great thing here. Then also we are on the 3-day magical support line for Bitcoin. Back in 2024, we touched it, back in 2023, and now back in 2025, we're also retesting it as well here. Then on the rainbow chart, we can see that we're right now clearly sitting at a very important point of support. And yeah, just like I mentioned, this is a major level of support for Bitcoin, and it's going to be crucial that we're going to be bouncing from, because if we really break this level of support, then we should really consider that Bitcoin is officially entering a bear market, and we could be heading towards targets of around 50 to potentially even $40,000. So yeah, that is going to be quite catastrophic, but those are very realistic targets if that does happen. So right now as well, at the same time, while most retail traders are actually panicking, we can see that large holders, so people that are accumulating between 1,000 and 10,000 Bitcoin, have been massively increasing their positions. And you can see literally the price is going down and these wills are accumulating. So there's definitely something happening in the background. Well, some people are, of course, afraid, they're capitulating. These larger investors, these wills, are clearly still accumulating. So that has something to do with the market. Then yesterday we got some big news for Ethereum as well here, because Fidelity fails to add staking for its Ethereum ETF here. And of course, if that is going to be happening, it's going to be ultimately super bullish here for Ethereum. It's going to be a massive win for Ethereum. I mean, we do know also Trump is a big holder of Ethereum, and he's down massively on his positions. I mean, Ethereum is doing one great thing right now here. I mean, the price chart hasn't been so strong, but if we're looking at the daily time frame right now here, we can just clearly see at this moment of time here, we are creating a lower low on the daily time frame, just like Bitcoin, higher low on the RSI. So sellers are also looking to be exhausted on Ethereum, and that ultimately could be a very great thing here. And just like we saw in 2020, and similar like to Bitcoin on the left side, We first saw a major shakeout before we went ultimately in towards that massive parabolic rally higher. And right now with Ethereum, we're seeing something very, very similar again here. So super excited for that here. Ethereum ultimately is on the weekly time frame coming down quite heavily, but this could be really the opportunity you've actually been waiting for. At least I am still accumulating Ethereum. I am opening like low leverage long positions around this region right here, because I do believe it's a very interesting range here, because with a 2x leverage, your liquidation level is around $1,000. I think it's worth the risk. Super excited. Can't wait to see how it's going to be playing out here. But honestly, I am still accumulating in this point of the market. So guys, this is it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to slap the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.